Okay, so today is June 7th, 2020. I'm going to call this series my Garden Diaries, and I just wanted to give a quick update and correct a couple things from my last video. The last video I said we planted Better Boys, and I did not. We planted Beefmaster tomatoes, which are the 4 back here, planted Bradley tomatoes, Early Girls, and Golden Jubilee. I just got done watering. Yesterday I weeded and I watered also. I typically wouldn't water 2 days in a row, but I do know that it's not supposed to rain until Tuesday, and it's going to be 90 degrees before it rains. We work second shift, so for me to get in to water these, I would need to get up and water them probably by 6. Because this is the east. We just have a cornfield over there. So these get hit by the morning sun very quickly. Yesterday I did plant some onion sets here, just some yellow onion sets, about 6 to 8 inches apart, and the light sand looking stuff on them is bone meal, so each onion got about a half a handful of bone meal with it. We put our cucumber trellises up, which is just some fencing I got from Menards a few years ago. It's just some corkscrew panels, and then you link them together and you put a giant nail in them. So easy. Everything should be that easy. I love them. Just since yesterday when we put our fence up, our cucumbers are already grabbing on to the fence. As you can see, that one there and that one there. This cucumber here is a lot smaller than the rest, and I think that's because I pruned off the sprout leaves. I did that as an experiment, thinking that me pruning off the sprout leaves would give it more energy to send to the other leaves. Probably won't do that again, because it is by far the smallest cucumber plant out of all of them. The beans and the sunflowers are doing really good. They're coming up. The beans are coming up really well. And the sunflowers, some of them are a lot bigger than others, which I did say I planted 3 varieties. I have my seed packets here because I wanted to share what kinds I planted. So I have orange mahogany bicolors. These are 5 to 6 feet tall. Mammoth Russians, which I believe these say they get to 10 foot tall. Yep, 10 foot tall. And also these ruby eclipses, which are 5 to 6 foot tall. So I alternated them like every 3rd seed. And I actually am going to plant a few more, just because I'm seeing that I didn't have as many come up. I don't know which variety isn't doing as well as the others, but I'll just pick a few seeds and plant some more. The beans that I planted, they are this here, which is the yard, see if it'll focus, yard long pole. So, and I still have some seeds left. I really wanted to try planting them all, but my garden just wasn't long enough or big enough. So we'll see how these do, and if I can plant a second crop of these this year, I'll definitely do that. I did plant those spaghetti squash seeds, sprouts that I was talking about in my last video. There was 29 of them, and I planted them out at my mother's house, along with a row of beets and one lonely cabbage plant that I had that did actually sprout from the seed. These spaghetti squash here, I treated them along with all the squash and the cucumber with some Epsom salts, mainly because of the pests. These spaghetti squash, last week we had maybe 2 or 3 days that we got some cooler temperatures at nighttime, and they started growing mildew on the leaves. So what I did is I pruned the leaves that had the mildew on them, and then I treated them with like 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide per cup of water, and I poured them all over the plant, the base of the plant, and especially the leaves that were remaining that still had the mildew. So they're doing really good. There's no mildew now. The zucchini are going crazy. My last video I said I planted 6, but I actually have 7. And let's see, what else have I done since my last video? I hit the cabbage and broccoli with some nitrogen or blood meal. The tomatoes and peppers. The tomatoes I had hit with blood meal. The peppers I ended up not hitting with blood meal. Only the bell peppers I hit with blood meal. Baby! There's my husband with his beloved new gun and his Bermuda swim trunks.
Garden won't protect itself, darling.
Yeah. Well, this is Garden Diaries, but here's also a gun, so here you go.
She's turning out just fine.
Yeah, I like it.
I like the little video.
Thank you. Tried to, hopefully this will help me remember what we do. The tomatillos I did look up today, and I'm gonna need to put stakes up with them, or cages. I don't have any more cages, so I'm gonna do stakes. Honestly, I'll probably just get some branches out of the woods and stake them up. The eggplant here, I have treated those with some blood meal. The flea beetles are absolutely killing my eggplant. Out of the 8 eggplant I have, I still have all 8, but they look so pathetic. Joshua's trying to get me to plant something else there, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep trying. I want to keep this garden as organic as I can. I know I didn't buy organic sprouts, but to me, I feel like it's really in your hands when you plant. If I do break down and buy some 7 Dust, though, I will do a video of that. But the flea beetles, I've been treating the eggplants with some homemade pesticide type stuff that has garlic and cayenne pepper. But you can see they're just eating everything. But we'll see how it goes. I have faith in them. I believe in them. And I tell them positive words every day. The only big bug that I have had a problem with, I had one potato beetle out here, and it was on one of my tomatilla plants. So I killed it, and it laid eggs on every single tomatilla plant. They were really easy to find. They're bright orange eggs laid in rows on the bottom of the leaves. So when I found them and I discovered what they were, I made sure they weren't like ladybugs or something that's good for your garden.